Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the so-called Thailand Pass and the Certificates of Entry, COE. Now, this video, let's be clear, we're sitting here at the end of October. We are kind of in a seam, if you will, between two systems. The COE system ostensibly is not going to continue to be used. The Thailand Pass is supposed to begin being rolled out in full usage November 1, 2021. But something that I've seen over the course of the last week or so, I was actually talking about this with one of the attorneys that heads up our immigration division here in the office today. We were talking about, we had a client that was getting ready to come in. We were dealing with COE. We had everything in process. The COE was rejected because they wanted more documentation. And the documentation pertained to what is coming online associated with the Thailand Pass. And I asked my colleague, I said, so are you telling me there's more documentation for the Thailand Pass than there was for the COE? And she said, yeah, basically. Now, again, we're sitting here at a time when we've yet to see this fully shake out. So understand the context of where we're at here, both in terms of timing and sort of what's going on out there. But the thing to take away from this video is there's been a lot out there, especially in the media, that the Thailand Pass is just sort of it's almost, I think it's kind of billed in certain circles as kind of an afterthought. Don't even worry about it. Look, it's been our experience, and we've been dealing with COEs since the beginning, literally. One of my folks here in the office got one of like the first couple, like first three from what we were told. So we've been dealing with this since the beginning of the COE system. The Thailand Pass doesn't look qualitatively that much different. There's certain aspects of it that are more streamlined, but it's looking to us like at least at present, there's actually going to be more documentation associated with the Thailand Pass than the COE. Now, the bright side of all of this is it's associated with a process that has no quarantine for those who come in and test negative and are fully vaccinated and come into Thailand. So those folks coming through, you know, you're going to deal with no quarantine's even a bit of a misnomer. You got to deal with one night as long as you test negative all throughout the hoops you have to jump through, for lack of a better term. But, you know, it is associated with a much less cumbersome overall process to gain free access to Thailand. So I don't want to just throw the Thailand Pass under the bus or just sound overly negative. It's just as of the time of this video, it's looking like, one, we did another video on this, the Thailand Pass didn't look all that dissimilar to the COE. It's looking more and more like maybe the Thailand Pass actually has a few added requirements the COE itself didn't have.